Welcome to the Blessed Old Bible Hour, coming to you from the First United Pentecostal Church, 1915 Young Avenue at Barksdale in Memphis, Tennessee.
And we all remember Brother and Sister Reed coming to Memphis and taking over the pastorate of First United Pentecostal Church. And this is the Reed family as they were then. We see Rick and Mike and Sam and Cynde, beautiful family that came to pastor us in those early years. And then 1835 Oliver, home of Brother and Sister Reed since they are coming to Memphis. We have learned to love this home as our church father's home.
All the memories, and if it had not been for the vision of Brother and Sister Reed in coming to Memphis, those memories would not have been made possible. And it's through Brother and Sister Reed's vision that we've got a lot of happy remembrance. Even this house has a lot of, the walls speak of our past and of what we are today. And I'm just thankful that God sent Brother and Sister Reed our way to help us have good memories of when we were growing up. And I'll just let Brother Reed and Sister Reed tell you about those memories. They were great leaders. Brother Reed.
Well, it's good to have you here, Dub and Doris. Remember the old days and kind of reminisce a little bit. Of course, I've forgotten a whole lot of things, but a lot of things I still remember. And never forget when you and Doris, Dub and Doris, both of you came to our rescue with the young people here. We had new work that we started and a lot of young people and a lot of young people to be reached. And that was the desire of our heart. And of course, that was your desire. And you fit right in. You were just an answer to the prayer that we prayed. And we had a lot of good times together. I let my wife say something.
One of the things that was written about so much, and I think it was referred to in every letter, was not like today, but a day when snow covered this yard. And the kids had gotten snowed in at church, and I think we was practicing for a Christmas play, and there had come a snow that was so bad that we could not get back home. Even though we'd just come from Alaska, we could not get home. And we didn't know what we was going to do. And we walked down here, and Brother and Sister Reed put us up for the night. And she fed and took care of all of us that night, put up with us. And there was a bunch. And Sister Reed said 16 that morning for breakfast. And we had a tremendous time. And it's one of the fondest memories because everybody wrote about coming down here and spending the night with y'all. We got a lot of other good memories too, but that one is just a highlight, special memory. You remember cooking breakfast for us?
I just remember what a time we had trying to find a place to put everybody down for the night, bedding them down. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. I've heard a lot of young people refer to that time. I didn't realize that it had impressed so many people, but it did, evidently, and it was a glorious time to remember. We're just walking down memory lane today, trying to remember some of the things that were so impressive to all of our youth group. I can remember what a dedicated bunch we had. Anything that their pastor asked them to do, they could always carry that out. Even it may seem like a task at the time, but they could do it. It was like every fall we had hay rides, and I can remember that when I was a young person in high school, and our high school had hay rides, my mother wouldn't let me go. She'd say, "No, you're not going to be piling around on a load of hay with a bunch of boys," and she wouldn't let me go. So the very first hay ride that I ever went on was with our youth group at First Church and with my husband. And so I can remember that was a great time. Talk about there's young people coming from all
Overhead, we right here in the plain area, and of course we're happy for this occasion to think of all the good times we had. The young people were a blessing to the church. I'll never forget them, and of course I felt young with them to enjoy the many things that we did. We think of them, and even today our memory goes back sometimes to things we did, like the hayride, the wiener roast, and other things that remember. And of course we remember the services. And our young people, some of them as they preached or testified and talked, whatever. And the great part is that many of them have turned out to be preachers and song leaders and well, just everything that we're proud of.
In shade, green pastures, all rich and so sweet, God leads his dear children along. When the wonderful flow bathes the weary one's feet, God leads his dear children along. Some through the water, some through the flood, some through the fire, but all through the blood. Some through great sorrow, but God gives a song in the night season and all the day long.
Oh, down the dusty road, o'er the rugged land, walked the old-time preacher with the Bible in his hand. Old-time preacher man preaching about the promised land and not for worldly fame. That old-time preacher man preaching for the souls of men preached it mighty plain. Oh, down at the altar rail, oh, how sinners fell.
How can we tell you the things we must tell you, the things that we want you to know? All about living and reasons for giving and things that will help you to grow. That God has a plan that you must understand. No matter how much you arrive, never stop dreaming before 8. Just some things I must tell you, children. Just one more thing. Whatever you do, remember, we love you.
Not one time will I miss troubles that I had down here below. Not one time will I miss crying over heartache, pain, and woe. Not one time will I miss Egypt when I reach that promised land. Not one time will I miss this old world when by my Lord I stand. Not one time am I gonna miss sorrow when this old world I leave behind. For I've got my sights on the city where the sun will always shine. And when Jesus calls me from this world, I'll miss it not one time.